Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. Last time I set up both a boiler room, a sewage treatment plant, and as a result, I was able to get some showers and a washroom here on this base. Also have automation with both egg collecting and distribution of critters, generating meat, ultimately being turned into barbecue meat on the other asteroid. In fact, last time I actually arrived on this asteroid for the very first time, so we've got a living area and we've started to explore. We are able to use a little bit of chlorine with our setups, but a lot more useful stuff I'm sure we're going to have over here. We're starting off with digging out a spot over here for the purpose of setting up a stable for the new critters that we found. So we're going to start off by putting in some bonbon trees, getting them to grow, and then eventually bringing some spigot seals down. So that is the task. And I decided that's going to fit over here with the two stables. Ultimately is my plan to make that happen. Now I've got this area dug out a little bit. I'm putting in a plan here. Ultimately, we're going to be getting some liquid ethanol from this whole setup. It's kind of one of the main outputs and the reason for doing this, but my plan is to put 5 trees growing in each of these locations, and then hopefully to have that filled with 7 or 8 spigot seals in time. First ones are available, so let's select this. It looks like we have enough seeds on the world to get started with that. Lots of snow. In fact, the fact that so much snow has fallen down and accumulated right next to the trees is actually kind of ideal. No need to have that shed. Over on this asteroid, digging out a little gold amalgam, as well as aiming to get up here to seal this off so we don't have wasted heat. I also found a gold volcano that I probably will be okay with outputting a little bit of heat for the output of gold. Eventually, these trees are going to be growing some branches, so we're putting in some lighting, having a dedicated transformer so that I can power this up, plus any future things that might be towards the bottom of the base. I'm going to have more lights eventually, but that'll just get us started. I guess I do have to get a path up to be able to complete this section right here, though. Well, we have made it to cycle 100. Just a quick reflection on this point. I'm quite surprised it was this easy to kind of get to this point. I kind of thought this extreme cold and lack of resources, I mean, there's snow, and you have to go out to a little bit further away to get to some stuff, but it really was not as bad as I had kind of anticipated. I had tried this once before. I think I was trying with the different types of dupes, but anyway, I'll just keep on going. As I was doing here, bonbon trees are starting to get growing, and I guess one difference is I haven't really experimented with what I'm going to do down here. That's maybe the next challenge I've got to take into account once my new stable is set up here with spigot seals and all of that. Over on this little asteroid, I found a number of Sweetles that are actually crammed, so we're going to go in each of these little zones, make sure they're not crammed, so we can get wild Sweetles existing in the future. Let's make sure we get down here as well. In fact, these guys might be okay. Oh no, they're crammed as well. Be careful about excess liquid when we go down here, though. We turn the lights on this zone. Next thing I want to tend to... Oh, I guess we need to get a little path over there to access this guy. But we want to deal with the carbon dioxide. I've got to be careful here. First of all, I was using this for storage of food, so we're going to relocate that down here, and we're going to make this the point we're looking for essentially not oxygen. Just in case we get a little bit of polluted oxygen, probably be very smart if we put in something like this. And we're going to pump excess carbon dioxide right here for now. We'll figure out what to do with that later on. But I do need to make sure that this doesn't get to be too cold. I think minus 48 is when that goes becomes a bit of a problem. Above here, it definitely It definitely is cold now, so I'm going to have to watch that fact. Might even want some sort of alert mechanism, because I'm not going to be watching this as long as I have to automatic notifier. Yeah, I'll make that scream at me if something gets to be, let's say, minus 45 or below. Just give me a little bit of time if that's needed. So I'm sending Wrangle over to this asteroid. I did not intend to do this, but apparently we're getting Sweetles that are taking some damage from freezing. So we're going to do a little bit of relocation to a zone where I know Sweetles will be fine. Let's nominate that as a location, and we'll start process wrangling these guys up. There is Wrangle. Okay, let's move some critters. So here is our carbon dioxide pump going. Better nominate a little bit of food to be stored here. I think that's pike apple. It would be good. Some squash. This will help a little bit if we push a little bit more oxygen down. So I'm going to add an electrolyzer right there. And now I'm getting a few cleans together with automation so we can do more industrial production. Oh, rock. I kind of see a problem here. So now we've got the production of a little bit of refined carbon going on here. Next goal is to go down here and open this area up so we can remove carbon dioxide from here. And I'm going to actually disable the oxygen mask that I used to have here and here. I don't believe they're needed anymore, for the moment at least. So now I've got this area open up, which is going to allow carbon dioxide that's building up over here to get into the pump. We've even expanded the amount of gas reservoirs. Now I'm turning my attention to the excess hydrogen. It's a nice problem to have because it's lots of power production. I could keep building more gas reserves, but I think it's time for the first infinite storage of gas, which is going to go right here, storing some hydrogen in for us. Use a little bit of ethanol to make that happen. The infinite storage now has its ethanol sitting there, so these gas vents don't become overpressured. We can output as much as we want. Going to start off by powering this guy up, just getting rid of all the oxygen that's inside there. And once vacuum is set, I think we'll be ready to connect this in with our hydrogen line right here. Alright, now that I've got hydrogen cramming in here, I shouldn't see all this excess hydrogen once this pump has scooped that all up. And now I can make a plan to get rid of these gas reservoirs since I don't need their storage anymore. So I'll just bypass sending the hydrogen in there and just let these guys slowly drain by taking everything, just pushing it back in like this. So with that hydrogen now on its way out over time, I'll be able to get back that space. And next goal is to get some Atmos suits. I want to make a plan to get down and explore this world, but that's going to be something I do another day. So we'll leave it there. Thanks everyone for liking, subscribing, watching along, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Let's get rid of a few of these since our food is doing quite well. And yeah, I'll decide what I'm going to do with getting on top of this asteroid in the space up here, but also figuring out what the heck is going on at the bottom of this asteroid.